sign. I know I ain't not to harping me pocket watching, but I hate that he didn't sign. I hate that he didn't sign, bro.
What it was like 140 or something. He wanted more than Jalen Johnson, right?
Yeah.
Ain't that crazy? You went to his team,
They getting rid of you.
NBA is wicked, bro.
Definitely a quick rental, boy.
Man.
But everybody a quick rental now. I don't think people saw this wave coming.
Had 140.
Yeah, that's tough.
3 year 45.
3 years 75.
Ooh.
That's tough.
Because
in today's market now, like we were just seeing Rui get what? 2 year 24? 2 year 28, excuse me?
He should have took that.
What?
Yeah, before the season.
50.
Oh, man.
Ooh. Yeah. He
Lord.
some bad people around here.
And that was probably guaranteed, too. Damn.
Right, tell that nigga, that ain't enough for the village, bro. That is not enough for our village. We need more.
Boy, you will have to make it make sense, bro.
5 year 150.
Yeah,
Turn that
people
shit
around
down,
here,
boy.
Yeah, man.
What more do you? I don't understand this shit, bro. What more do you?
Especially a
want?
player like that, though.
You don't have a defined role nowhere.
Yeah, bro,
But what
you
do
tweaking.
5 year 150. What more do you want?
I mean, you know,
Always get the money.
please solidify that back.
150 million to your family.
People feel like they don't want to
Man,
leave
get
money
the-
on the table.
man,
They see
fuck that
agents
money,
and other people get something like, I'm just as good as him, but I can get that too. Man,
Stop
You
pocket
ain't as
watching.
good as somebody think you are.
Stop pocket watching.
Somebody need to do
It
a
don't
pod
matter
or
what
something
you
about
think
this.
of yourself. It's what they think of you.
that's a
Facts,
fact.
bro. We didn't see this
You
shit
said
work
that.
both ways.
Yeah.
Some niggas win, some niggas lose. Well,
We've been
come on.
talking
I
about
ain't
this for a
willing to
long
bet
time with a
that.
lot of these players, though.
I ain't willing to bet 150 million. Fuck that.
Yeah, no. I need that, bro.
All right, some Piston fans calling for the Detroit Pistons to sign Johnthan Kuminga. He's still out there. He's wanting $25 million a year. I believe I heard Jeff Teague and them say he turned down $140 million contract. I guess that was from Atlanta or Golden State. I don't know. Maybe somebody offered him. But let's talk about it. Check out the Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. To be honest with you, the Pistons is loaded, bro. You know what I'm saying? Could they do a sign and trade with Atlanta? I mean, it's going to be, tough, but you ain't going to pay them $20 million a year. And then, let's say you do get them for I think they might have a mid-level exception of $15 million. Let's say you get them for 15. You know what I'm saying? Is he really going to beat out John Collins for that position? Because John Collins can shoot. But on the other hand about it, Jonathan Kuminga won a better role at scoring. So, I mean, realistically, you could play Asar, Kuminga, Collins together, but the problem with that is Asar or Kuminga would have to come back a way better shooter. Kuminga is somebody that want to be able to show, I get the ball, I can score. And that's what kind of hurt you with having Duran and Asar Thompson, that it kind of hurt you in your lineup because the three other guys that you got around them, they must be able to shoot the ball. Now, if Asar Thompson is able to shoot the ball a lot better, or Kuminga come back and shoot the ball a lot better, then, it's a different ball game in my opinion. But then no here nor there. I mean, you'll be elite defensively with Kuminga, Asar Thompson, and Cade Cunningham. And also, I think Kuminga really does have the chops to be a number one and number two scorer, in my opinion, consistently. But to be honest, in this situation, you got John Collins at that 4 spot. That's what you pretty much need. He can shoot and rebound. If he get back to rebounding like he did previous to this past season with the Clippers, and he shoot the ball, I mean, that's all you need. John Collins was a 2010 guy in this league. He was an all-star. So now you put him with somebody that's similar to Trae Young, who can feed him and distribute the basketball, you know what I'm saying, and gonna find him. I mean, he might get back to 20 and 10. Yeah, Kuminga might have a better overall, ceiling of being a superstar, but and a better defender. But I mean, if you wanted to find a way to make it work, you could, to be honest with you. But let's just say you threw Asar Thompson, Kuminga, Collins, Duran, and Cade in the line. The number one thing the Pistons should be working on this offseason is pushing the pace. You know what I'm saying? That's the number one thing they should work on, is pushing the pace. With that particular lineup, you would have to push the pace. When you struggling with shooters, the downside of having Duran and Asar out there is they're not great shooters. The upside is they elite athletes, like top 3 elite athletes at their position. You can may say Asar Thompson is one of the most elite athletic wings in basketball, at least 1 of 5. And you might say the most athletic center in basketball is Jalen Duran. Why ain't you getting up and down the court? And with Kuminga, he gives you another freakish athletic wing. They would literally have the most athletic team in basketball. I mean, it ain't even close. So they should be, you know, even without getting Kuminga, they would have to really get up and down the floor. You know, and Kuminga and Asar Thompson, one of them would have to really improve on their jump shooting. But I wouldn't knock it. I get it. You know, it's just a low buy, high value, high ceiling type of pick. I like Johnthan Kuminga, but he would instantly come into this lineup and he would instantly be able. I think the Pistons probably knocked on that door too. I ain't sure because of the shooting issue, but he'd instantly be able to come here and take his 20, 30 shots. But you know, kind of seem like you see elite level, all-star, all NBA type level from him sometimes, and sometimes you don't. But it's hard when you continue to treat these young players like change-ups. They might play 30 minutes this night. They might not get in the game. Like he was changing that Atlanta Hawks, series. But guess what? When he hasn't played a lot of basketball, no matter how much you prep him in the film room, how much you prep him in practice, he's going to make mistakes in the game because there's no simulation that's equal to a live game. So if you getting Johnthan Kuminga, you getting him based on his ceiling, his potential, you know, and that's something that they may think about. I mean, you need a scorer. He can score. He can guard 1 to 5 on most nights out there. But the thing, either you get him or you don't get him. The thing about Kuminga, without him or with him, you got to run more. The Pistons play way too slow to have two of the best athletes on the floor at all fucking times and during and Asar. They play way too slow. And you add a Buka Corey in there, they play way too slow. You got good trailers like Isaiah Joe, Duncan Robinson. They play entirely too slow, bro. They play too slow. They need to have Cade pushing that pace. That's going to make up for the lack of shooting. That's going to get Asar easy 10 to 14 points every night just running the floor. Duran going to get additional 10 points just running the floor. He probably going to be a 23 guy, 23, 24 point guy just by running the floor. Him getting that really, I know people kind of a lot of guys talk basketball, never really hoop. Like when you see the ball going to rim, bro, when you just start getting easy shit to the rim, you running getting easy, bro, you'll start knocking down jump shots. You start getting into a rhythm, you know what I'm saying? But everybody want to get their rhythm from the 3-point line, and it don't work. That the game of basketball is played on the way in and out. That's the most successful way. The Warriors were the anomaly. The Pistons have to run the ball. They have to run that ball, bro. They have to run up and down the court, bro. With or without Kuminga. But I like the idea of getting Johnthan Kuminga, honestly. You know, I like that idea. Quite frankly, bro, I think that's a good idea for the Pistons. But hey, check out Detroit Piston Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Hit the link, find me everywhere. Peace.